It's the Andy Griffith Show, Facts and Trivia, with your host, Bob Snap.
Hi guys, welcome to the Andy Griffith Show, Facts and Trivia. This is take 2 for every single video I've made for tomorrow, as I didn't have my microphone turned on. So, here we go. Today's video is about a 2006 tribute to Don Knotts that ended in a lot of controversy. Now, to be honest, I read this and I don't understand why it was done the way it was done. It makes no sense to me, but we'll get into that at the end after we look into this, and then we'll talk. 5 months after he passed, Don Knotts was still in the news in Mount Airy, North Carolina. Unfortunately for fans, it wasn't because any posthumous awards are long lost, but recently unearthed performance. Instead, there were headlines regarding a tribute in the town that inspired Mayberry. The details were recorded for posterity in an article written by reporter Karen Freeman in the July 28, 2006 edition of the Macomb, Mississippi Enterprise Journal. Now, like all of us, Mount Airy resident Tom Hellebrand was a massive fan of Deputy Barney Fife. However, his efforts to commemorate his favorite Andy Griffith Show character resulted in an absolute public relations mess. Tom Hellebrand was the then owner of Mayberry-themed restaurant called Country Kitchen. After Knott's passing, he commissioned a statue of the late comedian's likeness to adorn the streets of Mount Airy. After all, there were already similar public works of art depicting Andy Griffith and the young Ron Howard. Knotts would join his co-stars in bronze immortality, or so Hellebrand thought. Now, before the statue was finished, though, Paramount CBS rescinded the approval they offered for the sculpture's use of Knotts' likeness. Of course, the media conglomerate only held the rights to the character Barney Fife. So while they owned the character, Paramount CBS actually had no authority to grant permission to use Knotts' face. That consent needed to come from Knotts' widow, Francie, and she stood resolute in her disapproval of the statue. In joint statement to the Associated Press, Mrs. Knotts and Andy Griffith denied Mount Airy the right to build a public statue of Barney Fife. We consider the dissemination of this image to be a big responsibility that we take very seriously. No one cares more about Don's image than we do. It would be wonderful to have a statue in Morgantown, West Virginia of Don Knotts as Don Knotts. This particular image does not fit with our understanding of Don's experience growing up in Morgantown. It was apparently Mrs. Knotts' intention to remind the public that Knotts was not his character. Instead, her message ended a long-time fans' association with the town that inspired Mayberry. Tom Hellebrand gave up and sold his restaurant, deciding to move it outside of Mount Airy. "I'm just tired and emotionally drained from the last few months," he said. "I put my heart and soul into that statue project, and I'm just drained. I do not understand what it would hurt for that statue to be put up in Mount Airy. It's me. The Andy Griffith, Ron Howard statue that's up is Andy and Opie Taylor, right? So I don't understand what the big deal would be. It makes no sense to me. It's just some stubborn people. I don't know. I don't understand. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Am I wrong? Anyway, that's all I have for you. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Please don't forget about classic rock and country music, facts, and trivia. Please check that out. Looking at the poll, it looks like it's going to. The other channel is going to stay the Beverly Hillbillies, which is fine. It's great if that's what you guys want, and apparently it is. But it looks like it's going to stay that way. I'll give you a definitely for sure update tomorrow. But consider it Beverly Hillbillies channel. So there you go. You guys have a great day. God bless. And as always, praying for you.